Hello everybody, this is Anshita and you are watching series of success stories brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. So today's success story is about Mr. Vivek Mudaliar, who is the managing director of Mitchell Martin India Private Limited.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Hi sir, welcome to the show.
Hi, Anshita. Thank you.
So sir, before we start with the session, first we would love to know more about you. So could you please tell us a bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. I have been in the staffing industry from past 13 years, and my recent 5 years, I had been working as a managing director of Mitchell Martin India Private Limited, which is again a subsidiary of Mitchell Martin Inc., which is a US-based company. So,
Correct.
so uh, I started at the scratch as a recruiter, and I've made my way up the ladder. And I had entrepreneurial aspirations, and here I am trying to find my way out. It's just the beginning. I know it's still a long way to go.
Awesome. I wish you all the luck for all your future endeavors, sir. Since you've been in the industry for quite some time now, I would want to know, some of the challenges or setbacks that you faced in your career sometime, something about it that you'd like to share with us.
Sure. As I said, staffing industry is one exciting place to be. But there is so much competition out there. This is a people-oriented job. You need to build relationship, and the technologies keep changing. So as a recruiter, as an individual, you have to catch up with what the market is coming up with, and I think some of the challenges that I have overcome a part of the business is in when I started my entrepreneurship. At the beginning, it was so much of an alien zone for me. Understanding corporate governance, compliance, because I wasn't from this kind of a background. I knew what my work was, but it was much more beyond the work if you wanted to see yourself as an entrepreneur. So at with time and experience, I really had to learn a lot of things, and today I would say I'm relatively in a better place, relatively in much control of my business. So I think managing your stakeholders, making hires, expanding the team. Now it's just not one dimensional job, so you have to have wearing multiple hats.
Right. So, sir, I would love to know, how did you get to the idea of doing what you do? When was it that you realized that you had an inclination towards it? And, how did you come to the idea?
Okay. So I my educational background is I've done my masters in business administration, specialized in HR. When I wanted to do this, I always thought about setting up my own business or seeing myself as an entrepreneur down the road. But for that, I wanted to start out from the scratch, wherein I put in like 7 years of hard work, understanding what it is at the ground level, and opportunity presented itself with Mitchell Martin. This was one of my client 7 years ago, and because of the
Wow.
work and relationship which we built, these guys kind of wanted me to be the face of India. So it was kind of going hand in hand. So that's how it
Right.
all started.
Wow. I think you've had a great journey. So, we've
Absolutely.
spoken about the past and let's talk about the future as well. So, could you tell us about what are the future plans and, some goals that you're planning to achieve probably sometime in the future?
Absolutely. See, when I started this about 5 6 years ago, I had about 10 guys with me. Right now, I have more than 50 guys working, out of my Hyderabad office. Majority of them, what we're doing is we are basically like a back office engine for our US offices. We support various clients within US. What we have been doing is we have been only focusing on internal support. Now the next few years, what we're trying to do is we're trying to reach out to our clients and see if we can probably add some more service oriented business to them and build some captive centers wherein we could hire some technology guys here, have them work on their projects virtually from US. So I think looking at a captive center model is where the direction is all about for the future.
Correct. I wish you all the luck for the future, sir. And also, when we talk about the services that you all provide, could you tell us a bit in detail about that? And also, if someone wants to contact you all for those services, how can they approach you? Any social media links or contacts, that they could probably be in touch and get to contact you from?
Sure, sure. So, in terms of service, as I said, we are a staffing-based company. Across staff augmentation, we do all kind of, staffing support. For we right now we are servicing more than 200 clients across United States. Majority of them are all banking clients. Now technology has become, it's always been global, and it doesn't matter which part of the country that you're working from, but India is basically always looked at more cost efficient center. So hiring technology guys, and also that India has got so much raw talent. Every year there are hundreds and thousands of graduates coming out of college. What it means is there's so much talent out there. It's just that you need to give them a right job. And the best part is it's so difficult hiring technology guys in other parts of the country. It's not that they are not available, but because of lakhs and lakhs of people graduating every year, there is so much potential and so much opportunity out there, in terms of seizing them right when they're straight out of the college. Now in terms of the company, the Mitchell Martin itself has been in industry for more than 35 years now. So if somebody wants to know more about us, more about the offerings, we can, they want to know, we are pretty active on LinkedIn, we are pretty active on Facebook, we have a robust website where they can connect with us directly. So, and we have close to about 12 offices. Majority of the offices are in United States. In India, we are right now only in Hyderabad. Apart from India, we're also in Philippines. So we are a tri-nation company, but our focus has been only in the US market. As I said, one of the futuristic goals is to even start tapping talent and business here locally within India.
Lovely. I mean, I can surely see that coming very soon. How did you feel winning the Indian Achievers Awards? What was the feeling like? And what do you have to say about that?
I mean, absolutely, this came out of nowhere. To be very honest, this is the first time that I've heard about Indian Achievers Award forum. When I actually browsed through and looked at their websites and tried to learn more about them, I was absolutely blown away. I mean, it's a wonderful platform. I think Indian Achievers Forum has been functioning from past 20 years. There's some great industry stalwarts who have been, awarded, who are part of this organization. I mean, getting recognition from this kind of organization really means like a feather in the hat. So I'd been very, very privileged that I've been noticed by you guys.
I think you are very well deserved, sir. Also, when we talk about, social contribution, could you tell us a bit about that? How are you contributing to the social causes around you?
Sure. See, right now we all know that we are, as a world, we are seeing that we are going through some horrendous times with the COVID. So it's just not in recent times. I can relate to the very recent, philanthropic work which we did. We have partnered with a charitable trust called Akshay Patra, where me and my staff, we have distributed about 200 grocery kits across to the needy on the streets. This is one of, so every year we kind of pick one charitable organization and we try and contribute, not just in terms of monetary needs, but physically getting active and involved. There's also another foundation called Thara Foundation, which is an orphanage for juveniles. So we kind of go there as as a staff and spend time with these kids. Try and cook some good food for them, distribute some books. So these are the kind of charitable and philanthropic work. We make sure that it is part of our curriculum every year. Growth is just not about making money and seeing yourself up the ladder. Growth is all about even giving back to the society.
Absolutely. And I think that's one piece of advice everyone should have in their heads, while doing something good, something to give back to the society as well. Okay,
Absolutely.
Before we conclude the session, sir, any last message or piece of advice that you'd like to give to all the people or all the new generation specifically who are watching and, somewhere wish to be an entrepreneur someday? Any piece of advice that you'd like to give?
Absolutely. I mean, I think one fundamental piece of advice is self-belief. I mean, if somebody is scared of failures, I mean, they have a very short leash. I mean, failures are a stepping stone to success. I mean, if you don't fail, what better way than failing and learning from it? I mean, not everything could be a smooth sailing. Not everything could be a smooth ride. So I think you have to have self-belief. You have to be passionate about what you want to do. And for being an entrepreneur, no matter across whatever industry, whatever domain, whatever kind of business you think about, I think having ground level knowledge is at most important. Maybe, gaining a couple of years of experience being at the ground level, or sharing some knowledge and shadowing with somebody that they know for a couple of years. I think that's where the foundation could be laid stronger than just walking with an empty head.
Correct. Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us today. You are truly an achiever, and I wish you all the luck for all your future endeavors. And may you keep inspiring all the people, including me, with your new milestones every day. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
I really appreciate and thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to be part of this interview. And then also, many thanks to all the panel who have nominated me and awarded me this excellent Man of Excellence award.
It's our pleasure, sir. Thank you again.
Thank you.